shit goes off. But it's just a little fruit pop. It's a fruit pop. It's a fruit pop. Trust me.
Up to break me down, to build me up again. They like, Hov, we need you back so we could kill your ass again. You know, it's like this thing, this love.
In the world of hip-hop, clashes between artists are not uncommon. These clashes often serve as fuel for gossip and speculation, driving fans to dissect every detail and analyze every move. Recently, the spotlight has been on Jay Z and 50 iconic figures in the music industry as tensions between them have escalated.
I will let you tell it.
No, you're
no, I want you to tell it.
You really are the best. You proving it here today. As much as I'm proving it, you proving it. You proving it. Yeah, that wasn't the thing. It wasn't. People say that he lost $50 million. No, that's not even close to what happened to this dude. And until you understand what happened to the dude, you don't understand what happened. Like, no, not they offered him 50 million and he turned it down. Who gonna turn down 50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need another one. You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It all started with 50 Cent dropping some serious shade on Jay Z during a recent interview, speaking about his own rise to fame and the importance of association in the industry. 50 Cent made a bold claim that Jay Z's success was largely attributed to his relationship with Faye. And according to 50, Jay Z began winning numerous awards and accolades after getting together with Bey, and even their children seemingly receiving Grammy Awards without having entered the music scene.
Right, saying that you knew someone that went through Jimmy Hinchman proffer agreement for a drug case. And the proffer agreement revealed that Jimmy Hinchman, he could have walked away if he would have given up Diddy. What you mean by that?
Well, what happened is that they had 9 different sessions with Jimmy Hinchman regarding his proffer agreement. So that means the feds went in there 9 different times to talk to him. And in those sessions, they asked him, what do you know about Sean Puffy Combs or Sean Diddy Combs? I don't think it was Puffy at that time. It wasn't Diddy at the time. But what do you know about Sean John Puffy Combs having sex with underage boys? And you got to realize, and people never think about this, that Jimmy and his brother, I think they had the same charges. But his brother walked away from that, and Jimmy gets life without the possibility of parole, I think. Which is crazy. For any drug charge. Nobody should spend their life in jail for drug charges. And just drug charges. But I think they try to tie him to some murders or something like that. I don't know that to be for sure. But he shouldn't spend his life in jail for no drug charges. Not at all. So, but they was gonna let him walk. If he'd have probably had to for that proffer agreement, they probably let him walk. If he had any information regarding Puff having sex with underage boys. That the feds asked him in 2011. In 2011, brother. So what did the feds know? Because the feds not coming there unless somebody made a report or somebody made some allegations against Puff in 2011 to ask a friend of his, Jimmy Hinchman, what do you know about that? But for them to ask him about that, it had to be more than a rumor. Somebody made a complaint somewhere. And the feds got hold to that complaint. Now they're going to investigate that complaint when they get people under the barrel, like they had Jimmy Henchman. That's why they asked him.
If he did know information, right, why you think he didn't tell?
Then they would ask, how do you know? And then it comes into play, whereas that if you know of anybody that's in the danger in the welfare of a child, and you see that, and you don't report it, you're just as guilty as the person who does it.
While some may dismiss 50 Cent's remarks as mere trolling, there seems to be a deeper undercurrent of rivalry between the two artists. 50 Cent has a history of taking shots at Jay Z, even recalling a backstage incident at the American Music Awards where Jay Z made a subtle remark aimed at him despite Jay Z's immense success and wealth. 50 Cent's relentless jabs seemed to hit a nerve, sparking debates among fans about the true motivations behind his attacks.
First and foremost, I just want to say, I know a lot of people want to hear these stories and everything like that, because this is stuff that happened back in the day. And then maybe that if they knew there was going to ever be a YouTube, or they knew there was going to ever be social media, a lot of the stuff probably wouldn't have got played out like it did. But things happen, and these are just stories from the past. I would like to use that as, what you call that, just to clear the facts up what's going on. But it all started, we was in Atlanta. And this story starts when I'm with Puff, and he's in exotic bookstores, and he's doing shopping, right? He's shopping, getting his stuff and everything like that. So, you know, this is the first time I was ever in an exotic bookstore with Puff. So, you know, I'm giving him his space. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that, because they gave him a brown paper bag. When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, you know, he got to go put it on the counter and, you know, show everybody what he's getting. So as he going, I'm just looking at the places where he picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I was like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there, and it said butt plugs. And I was like, hey, yo. I was messing with him. Because people don't understand, you know, we was like friends. He was a part of the same gang. So I'm still going to tease him. I'm still going to mess with him and everything like that. I could do that. It wasn't just no security thing. So I say, yo, what are you getting this for? And it said butt plugs. And he was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yeah, you could do it by yourself, brother. And he started walking and everything like that. So when he got I just waited at the counter. So when he got to the counter, he didn't even have to show the guy nothing. He just gave the guy a wad of money. I mean, like he gave the guy a stack, something like this. And Puff wasn't the dude that carried no 20s and no 50s and nothing like that. And I mean, like, he just said, boom. And we walked out the store. So we had to leave Atlanta and go to North Carolina for a show. You understand? And it was him, this rapper, Sarah, and this other girl. We all got on a G5 jet.
One of the most significant controversies surrounding Jay Z is his fallout with Dame Dash, his former business partner and friend. The dissolution of their partnership sent shock waves through the industry, with many questioning Jay Z's loyalty and integrity. While Jay Z's rise to prominence has been undeniably impressive, his willingness to discard relationships for greater success raises ethical concerns about the cutthroat nature of the entertainment business.
We all got on a G5 jet, and we flew to G4 jet, and we flew to North Carolina. So later on that, I think that afternoon, same day, this rapper and him, they all in the room together. You know, it's Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper. So I'm hearing at the door and stuff like that. Like, yeah. So then next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. So I opened the door and the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff. They're in the room, they busy. They don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bruh, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothering them. And he was like, yo, I don't care, man. I'm going in there. That bullshit like that. I said, yo, bruh, Jesus Christ had to come down here and take the air out of my body before you get in that room right there. Watch. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed his and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, Gene, that's my cousin. He know me well, and Puff was like, yo, Gene, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on. So I was like, oh, he said it was a lot of freaking going on. So that was basically that story, man. You know what I'm saying? They went back in the room. Dude felt a certain kind of way, and he left out. So I seen them at the concert the next day, and they tried to, form up against me. But my man Frank was like, I told my man Frank, I was like, yo, Frank, put yourself in that position. Somebody trying to get in the room, and Ja told you don't let nobody get in the room. What would you do? Now, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, man, but I ain't taking no losses. He said, yo, you good, and that was it. Bro, when Ja said, you don't want to come up in there, a lot of freaky stuff is going on. You got to use your mind. What they was doing with those butt plugs.
Right.
In addition to his feud with 50 Cent, Jay Z has faced criticism for his collaborations with controversial figures like R. Kelly, despite his undeniable talent and influence. Jay Z's associations have come under scrutiny, with some accusing him of sacrificing integrity for personal gain. However, Jay supporters argue that his success is a result of his strategic decisions and business acumen rather than mere luck or opportunism.
Do anything with Tupac or no? Did you ever?
No, I saw him right before he passed too. Yeah, that's crazy. Never worked with him though.
What did Tupac do? He did gang-related Poetic Justice. He did Juice. And he did a couple other things. He did a basketball.
Did something with Jim Belushi. Remember they did the one thing?
Yeah. What did he do? Can you Above the Rim, Poetic Justice with Janet Jackson, which I thought it was great.
Yeah, Bullet, I think is.
Oh yeah, gang-related album soundtrack was actually good. I don't know if you've listened to the gang-related soundtrack. It was
Not in a minute.
Yeah, it was a really, really good soundtrack.
Yeah.
Cuba, with all this stuff that's coming up with Diddy and you're on one end, 50 Cent is calling out Diddy and here's what he's doing and all this stuff, and they got the back and forth.
Yeah.
I got Suge on here.
Look at this example. Look what happened.
Yeah. And I got Suge on, exactly. No question about it. What do you think's going on with all the stuff with Diddy, with Little Rod, with, all the stories that everybody's hearing about?
You mean in terms of what?
I mean, being raiding his house being raided.
I mean, that's crazy. That's the craziest thing I'd ever. And then, hey, how about me? I wake up in the morning, I turn on the station showing actor Cuba Gooding Jr. I was like, excuse me, pull me into this. I think whatever he's dealing with, he's on his journey, man. I think that God has got him on a path where I can't imagine that he's stupid enough to do whatever he's doing and keep it on his premises. I think that the raid and all of that stuff, only time will tell. who was involved, who had been a frequent guest in these places and areas. It's funny because my lawyers said, you know, every outlet in the world wants to talk to you. And again, I'm like, I'm not defining myself from some headline in the press. So I stayed quiet. And it's so funny. So I'll tell you a little story about who my girlfriend is. She gave Robert De Niro 3 grandkids. Her name is Claudine De Niro. She married his son, Raphael. They separated and we've been together for a while. But she, at one point, ran Naomi Campbell's publicity. She, at one point, ran P. Diddy's publicity, right when he started doing the white party thing. He had just gotten freed from indictment, found not guilty. Did he? And he said to her, I'm going to die running with these niggas, man. I need you to help me with the white folks and the switch. And so she helped cultivate his new image. So they had a friendship for years. But I had never met him till probably 2019-20, just casually, Claudine and I. He invited us to his house. The pandemic was starting to ease, you know.
As the feud between Jay Z and 50 Cent continues to simmer, fans are left wondering what the future holds for these two titans of the music industry. With each passing day, it seems that tensions are only escalating, fueled by a combination of personal animosity and professional rivalry.
And hadn't seen him since that night where this guy with this picture that says that I had my shoulder on him and all this stuff, making it look sordid. Well, that picture, everyone in the room, there's probably 300 of us on the deck of P. Diddy's, I'm going to show you, on P. Diddy's boat, New Year's Eve. I went from one ship, Happy New Year. So I hung out with Tyson, and next ship, there's Drake. This ship had P. Diddy. He had his guy, his videographer. They're listening to music. And he says, hey, Cube, listen, you want to hear P. Diddy's new song? I said, yeah, sure. Sit down next to him. They didn't use this angle, which to me makes me laugh because I go, oh, I get it. You made it look the way you wanted it to look. But that, and if you hold it, you know how you hold it and it does the thing where, can you hear all the people? If you tap it or something, it's a live picture. Do you see what I mean? It's like, here we are, just listening to music. Finished, took the thing off, said whatever I said to him, left. That was it. But this guy who's suing him, going after the money, man. I'm sure. And by the way, I don't know P. Diddy's life. I don't know what he's going through. I don't know what the police are going to find on all of that.
Were you guys close? Were you guys friends, or
we were acquaintances? Just like I just showed you, 2-3 times I've seen him. So it's
so Diddy, you've only seen him 2 or 3 times.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So why would they include you all of a sudden in some way?
I think because of the darkness of the other grab of the cases that I already had went through.
Right. A lot of that stuff is 18 though, 19, right? Those are from 5-6 years ago.
That's
cases.
That's right.
And that was that at the peak of the Me Too movement, or was that pre-Me Too movement?
That's right.
Is Me
that's
Too
right
movement,
when it kicked off. Yeah,
right.
That was crazy.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Diddy.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
But I did not know that you guys only hung out 2 or 3 times.
That's it, man.
And 50 was with you for your 56th birthday. I think you guys were hanging out together in Miami.
Yeah, because we were in St. Bart's on that boat. But then in Miami, which is where I run around now, of course, I ran into 50 and he was promoting his champagne. I've seen Drake 100 times around town. He loves Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50.
I'm big with the rappers, man.
How do you feel about 50? How's 50 like?
It's so funny. I got a call from 50 who reached out to me and said, we got to uplift our black entertainers and let's work together. I said, great. So we'll see, I try not to voice any of my opinion when it comes to the rap songs because just like everybody else, I'm into that music, man.
Are you following the Lamar and Drake thing?
No, I just heard about that.
Yeah, got it. I mean, that's like a whole...
Somebody just got shot today outside of Drake's house.
I heard.
See that?
I heard.
So, I mean, it's like drive-by shooting in a gated community. I mean, that sounds a little crazy.
Yeah, Drake's security guard seriously injured in shooting at Toronto's mansion. Guard was shot inside Drake's home and had serious...
One aspect of this feud that has captured the attention of fans is 50 Cent's relentless attacks on Jay Z's credibility and integrity. From questioning the legitimacy of his awards to accusing him of abandoning former collaborators. 50 Cent has pulled no punches in his criticism of Jay Z. While some may dismiss these remarks as mere provocations, others see them as a reflection of deeper underlying tensions within the industry.
But non-life-threatening injuries while the assailant fled in a vehicle.
Yeah, I say to them, just like I said to Tupac when I saw him in the lobby of that hotel in Chicago. He said, hey, man, help me, man. Give me some advice. I said, hey, man, just remember your artistry first. I know you're getting caught up with all this madness, but you're an artist now. He said, thanks, Cube. He hugged me and he went off. And
how old was he at the time?
Well, 2-3 weeks later, he was gone.
Oh, no shit.
I saw him, and here's the second time I saw Tupac. This is a true story. Now, I don't like the conspiracy things. But that day, he was in a convertible, like Rolls Royce. He was at the stop sign, and I was on a hockey tournament, so I was in Vegas as well, playing hockey, and Tyson had his fight. And I jumped out of the car, and I ran up to his car. Pac, it's Cube! And all three cars, all these cars, boom, 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 with the guns.
Get out.
No, that's Cube good, man. Hey, that's Cube good. And I go, oh, sorry, man. He goes, you good? I go, I'm good. I'm sorry, guys. Got in the car. So that happens that day when the sun's out, and at night they get shot. And there's no cops around.
Here.
That's a true story. I was involved in that.
So in the morning, few hours later, he's gone.
Yeah. Yes. And so where were all of those undercover cops that pulled the guns on me when I tried to approach him sitting in his car convertible?
What are you saying?
I'm just saying it's weird that they were going to blow me away, and I'm Academy Award winner. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because that's 96. So
Yeah.
and 96, you're like everywhere.
I'm the man.
Yeah, you're the man in
They're like,
96.
we don't care. Get away. Back up.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
By the way, what did he pay you for, Jerry Maguire? I forgot to ask you earlier. Was that your big payday?
No, yeah, at that point, $600,000.
What's the biggest you made for a movie?
Oh, Snow Dogs. You know, I can't talk hell about Snow Dogs. Whoa, that was a good year. Well, that's a 1-2 hit, baby. 13 million total that year.
Wow.
I made a lot
Get
of money.
out of here.
Yeah.
Good for you.
You know that money's gone.
Good.
I already spent that money.
Really?
Yeah, $13 million.
I understand.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you made some good investments.
I made some investments, yeah, but yeah, that money.
Hey, final.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click.
At the heart of this feud lies a fundamental clash of egos and ambitions. Both Jay Z and 50 Cent have carved out their own paths to success, but their approaches couldn't be more different. Jay Z is known for his calculated moves and strategic partnerships, while 50 Cent has built his brand on a reputation for being unapologetically outspoken and confrontational. It's this clash of personalities that has fueled the fire of their ongoing feud, with each artist vying for dominance in the ever-evolving landscape of hip-hop. But beyond the personal vendettas and professional rivalries, there are larger questions at play about the nature of success and fame in the music industry. What does it mean to truly make it in an industry where image and perception often outweigh talent and creativity, and how much of an artist's success is determined by their own merit versus their connections and association? For Jay Z, who has long been hailed as one of the greatest rappers of all time, these questions strike at the heart of his legacy, with a career spanning decades and a net worth of billions. Jay Z has solidified his status as a cultural icon, but as the criticisms from 50 Cent and others continue to mount, Jay Z finds himself facing scrutiny like never before. Is his success truly deserved, or has he simply capitalized on the opportunities afforded to him by his connections and influence?
Checking out one of your lives, right? And you made a comment and you said that you rather be poor than be Diddy rich. Can you elaborate on that?
Bruh, I told this to this one guy the other day. I'd rather have a slow nickel than a fast dollar any day. My slow nickel put bread on my table. My slow nickel pays my mortgage. My slow nickel brings me home to my family. My slow nickel builds a community. We see what the fast dollar does. Being Diddy rich takes a guy that once name was Puffy, that after every tragedy he had in his life, he had to change his name. Puffy, Puff Daddy, Diddy, Brother Love, Love. Puffy from the DC tragedy went to when those kids was trampled over. I think 1 or 2 kids died at a function in DC that he gave. Puffy. City College. Puff Daddy. Diddy. Biggie. He comes named to Diddy. And now the allegations with Cassie and everything, he went from brother love to love. Being Diddy rich have you thinking you something that you're not. That you greater than what you're supposed to be and the people around you. When I say I'd rather be my poor, with my peace of mind, with my own thoughts, my own community, my own love, with my family, than to be so rich that I'm thinking I'm something that I'm not. That's what they do, bro. Look how many times, what was that? You ever go to a club, it's a big shootout, and it was the Mirage, and then you come back 2 weeks later, now it's the Zone. They changed their name after every shootout. That's what happens.
On the other hand, 50 Cent's relentless attacks on Jay Z may also reflect his own insecurities and frustrations within the industry despite achieving commercial success with his music and business ventures. 50 Cent has often found himself overshadowed by artists like Jay Z, who possess greater mainstream appeal and cultural relevance. By targeting Jay Z, 50 Cent may be seeking to elevate his own profile and assert his place in the hierarchy of hip-hop. But regardless of the motivations behind their feud, one thing is certain. The rivalry between Jay Z and 50 Cent has captivated audiences around the world.
In the ad,
Right.
because of look, Jay Z and them was putting it together.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think. I think that they were saying the NFL had some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like, what is the issue? You see what I'm saying? Like, and I with M, because like with Nori he had communication. He said, yeah, I talked to the big homie. He was saying to Jay, he was telling me, you know, the white boy wouldn't do the truth without 50.
I hit the homie, the big homie Jay Z, right? And I told him to come pull up on me. And he pulled up on me and he said,
right? And I'm like, that's when I start saying crazy stuff, because I look and I go, oh, that's your big homie, right? And so he imaged himself after a gay painter. The big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Oh my God, I think I know where we're going with
So
this.
now look, what I'm saying to you is, look, when you start looking at, that's not mine, that's theirs, they Harper, right? But when you look at, M is looking at the entire legacy.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like with M, Dre, and myself, like that.
From social media as spats to public confrontations, their ongoing battle has become the stuff of legend in the annals of hip-hop history. And as long as there are egos to bruise and reputations to defend, the feud between Jay Z and 50 Cent shows no signs of slowing down. In the end, only time will tell how this epic saga unfolds. Will Jay Z and 50 Cent bury the hatchet and reconcile their differences? Or will their feud continue to escalate until one of them emerges victorious? Whatever the outcome, one thing is for certain. The world of hip-hop will never be the same again.
Jay Z recently said something crazy about he said nobody's scared of 50 Cent.
I think he would have done that if that was 50 Cent. No one's scared of 50 Cent. I want everyone to be clear. No one's scared of 50 Cent.
I think it was kind of taken out of context a little bit, but what do you think about it?
I don't think it was taken out of context. No, I think the guy who was talking to him made him feel like a punk. You see what I'm saying? So he had to say, yo, nobody scared of 50. Let's get this clear. Nobody is scared of 50. You know, but I'm not the issue. Him making you feel like a punk is the issue. And at the end of the day, I look at it and people don't assess themselves. Even really intelligent people. Jay's a smart guy. You know what I'm saying? He'll analyze other people and other things that they're doing and not actually look at what's happening to him and his transition and difference. But his actual, right now, he's in a real safe space. He created this real safe aura. This is why people walking on the stage and why shit is happening like that. A lot of it wouldn't have been like that if he actually dealt with his issues himself. See, he's ridiculous. When Cam
Alicia is supposed to be doing a song again at the AMAs, but they're gonna have like 20 security members on the stage making sure nobody bum rushes.
Everyone wasn't. They just felt, you gotta feel comfortable enough to do that. Like, see, don't get fucked up. I'll fuck up. You do some shit like that, and I'll fuck up. Let me go on record with that shit, because I ain't really with all that dumb shit. I think everybody already know that. And they know, like, they already know. But she wouldn't have walked up there no matter how hot your record is. She'd enjoyed that shit from the seat, like everybody else. Like, yo, yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't have walked up there, you know fucking better. Like, it's not that comfortable when I'm around. You know I'm coming with something that can make the response right away if they do something crazy. Right? How you gonna be doing what I'm doing and be comfortable if you ain't got no response?
As the feud between Jay Z and 50 Cent continues to captivate audiences, it's important to delve deeper into the complexities of their relationship and the broader implications for the hip-hop industry as a whole. At its core, the clash between Jay Z and 50 Cent represents a battle for supremacy. Within the rap world, both artists have achieved monumental success in their careers, with Jay Z establishing himself as a rap icon and 50 Cent emerging as a formidable force in the industry. Yet despite their individual achievements, their rivalry persists, fueled by a combination of professional competition and personal animosity. For Jay Z, who has long been regarded as one of the greatest rappers of all time, the feud with 50 Cent represents a challenge to his legacy. Throughout his career, Jay Z has faced criticism and scrutiny from his peers and the public alike. Yet he has always managed to rise above the noise and solidify his status as a cultural icon. However, with 50 Cent relentlessly attacking his credibility and integrity, Jay Z finds himself once again under the microscope, forced to defend his reputation against a formidable adversary. On the other hand, 50 Cent's feud with Jay Z is driven by a desire to assert his own dominance in the rap game despite achieving commercial success with his music and business ventures. 50 Cent has often found himself overshadowed by artists like Jay Z, who possess greater mainstream appeal and cultural influence. By targeting Jay Z, 50 Cent aims to level the playing field and establish himself as a force to be reckoned with in the world of hip-hop. But beyond the personal vendettas and professional rivalries, the feud between Jay Z and 50 Cent raises important questions about the nature of success and authenticity in the music industry in an era dominated by social media and celebrity culture. What does it truly mean to be a successful artist? Is it enough to achieve commercial success and accumulate wealth? Or is there a deeper significance to artistic integrity and creative expression for Jay Z, who has built his career on a foundation of authenticity and artistic innovation? The feud with 50 Cent represents a challenge to his core values throughout his career. Jay Z has remained true to his roots, using his platform to address social issues and advocate for change. Yet as he faces criticism from 50 Cent and others, Jay Z must confront the possibility that his legacy may be tarnished by accusations of opportunism and exploitation. Similarly, for 50 Cent, the feud with Jay Z is a test of his own authenticity and credibility as an artist throughout his career. 50 Cent has cultivated a persona of unapologetic defiance and confrontational bravado, earning him a devoted following and a reputation as one of the most fearless figures in hip-hop. Yet as he engages in a war of words with Jay Z, 50 Cent risks undermining his own credibility and alienating his fan base.
And at the end of the day, to me, Tupac number one. I don't care what nobody say. Nobody did what that man did. That man had more albums in death than most people had living.
So at the end of the day, that man had a transitional time of coming out a revolutionary rapper, turning into a movie star, a certified movie star, then coming back and dropping Me Against the World, and then coming back and dropping the double album. Man, come on, man. Go on. Half the people y'all say number one took songs from him to make them popular after he was gone. So at the end of the day, look, man, when half your raps were another man raps, then hey, man, it's great that you could take it and use it, but at the same time, it's like you gotta look at Biggie, Pop, and all that as the top 5 because they set the standards. You got 2 dead superstars that you can sit back and listen to their music, look at what they doing, how they doing it to formulate your own. They didn't have nobody to look at. They were the original copies. So right now, I'm looking at it like, yeah, you know, New York is built on who can rap the best. Okay. Well, if Big would have lived, would Jay still be the best? See, that's what I'm saying. Now, you can look at any of the podcasts from New York and they'll say, hey, bro, Big hands down. They say, first of all, tell me what Jay Z album was better than Life After Death. None. Okay. Tell me a Jay Z album that was better than goddamn When Pac Came Home. All Eyes on Me. Me Against the World was a classic. 2. And could stand up against a lot of albums. 2. When he went to jail. And when he went to jail, that's when he dropped Me Against the World and was killing the streets. So I'm like, bro, I was there. I lived through that shit. And you had to have a lot of things happen for you, and a lot of people had to get on your team to push you up here when these guys made that kind of noise without them people being like that. Like, I can't take this, and this is what I'm saying. I'm like, I cannot take that man genius away from him. He is one of the best technical and baddest rappers from New York that has ever come from New York. True. But that's by New York standards. You know what I mean? Out here on the West Coast, they love Eazy-E and Cube. In Texas, they love The Face, the Ghetto Boys. In the South, they love who they love. My thing with hip-hop is just stop all this who the best. It ain't nobody the best. You just the best in your region.
In the end, the feud between Jay Z and 50 Cent is more than just 2 artists battling for supremacy. It's a reflection of the broader tensions and contradictions within the hip-hop industry, where success and authenticity are often at odds with each other. As the feud continues to play out in the public eye, one thing is clear: the world of hip-hop will never be the same again.